Well, if you think COVID-19's been tough on business and tourism and hospitality, try being a charity. It's been almost impossible to raise money, with the notable exception of New Zealand farmers. You guys just keep on giving. The IHC Calf and Lamb Scheme is up and underway, particularly the calf scheme at this time of the year. Let's welcome on the National Manager for Fundraising for the IHC Calf Scheme, Greg Millar. And Greg, it amazes me that farmers are so generous during such tough times.
Certainly, Jamie. They are an amazing group of people that support IHC and support our work helping people with intellectual disabilities in rural New Zealand. And they've been doing it for 37 years. It absolutely amazes me every time I look at that and how generous, particularly the dairy farmers, have been over each of those years.
Well, Greg, traditionally it's been the domain of the dairy farmers. The IHC Calf Scheme was set up to kind of target those guys, but now we've got other options. We've got the IHC Lamb Scheme, and for that matter we could have a dairy scheme, or, I don't know, we could have a grain scheme. It doesn't really matter. It's all about encouraging the primary sector to give. It's a charity near and dear to my own heart for family reasons, and also because my favourite New Zealander, Sir Colin Meads, was at the forefront of it for so many years.
Well, yes, Jamie, and I hope this is a good time to just announce that we're so happy, thrilled that you're looking at really following in that legacy of Sir Colin Meads and just created a new position called the Calf and Rural Scheme Ambassador. And thank you so much for accepting it. It's really important to keep the legacy of Sir Colin, Pinetree Meads, alive, because he was involved with the scheme really since it began. He helped start it up.
It's an honour to follow in his footsteps. I think during his lifetime he raised in excess of 7 figures for the IHC. It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
It is, and having someone like Sir Colin just put his name behind it and also roll up his sleeves. He wasn't the kind of guy that just said, yep, you can use my name and connect. He was someone who got in there and got involved, and we were really privileged to have him so committed to the work of IHC over those years. But yeah, the calf scheme, it's something that over the years has raised over $1 million a year. And even in these tough times where we had M. bovis and this year COVID-19, we're getting very close to hitting a target for the year of just around $1 million. You know, that would be amazing to get anywhere close to that. And we are so tremendously grateful for the farmers who get in behind this work and supporting rural people with intellectual disabilities and their families, because that's in the end what it's all about.
Oh, it's a fantastic cause. Look, how can farmers roll up their sleeves and follow in the footsteps of Pinetree? I know that you've got people out canvassing now, the dairy farmers for the calves, and I know later in the year we'll be looking at the sheep farmers with the lambs.
Yep. They can really go to the IHC website, ihc.org.nz/rural, and they can see how they could participate, how they could be involved. The good thing about it is going through that way and getting behind it and making a pledge. It can either be money, like a virtual calf, a virtual lamb, a virtual deer, as you say, Jamie, or they can actually get something to sale and say one of those is for IHC, you know, which is what the dairy farmers are doing now. And it's absolutely amazing.
Good on you, Greg Millar. You're doing a wonderful job as the National Manager of Fundraising. We need some of those corporate MCing gigs to open up so I can kick in and do my bit as well. But it's an honour to be asked to be an ambassador, and it's a privilege and one I won't take lightly. And I'm going to encourage every farmer out there to do likewise. We'll do it together for the IHC. Thanks, Greg.
Fantastic. Thanks, Jamie. Really appreciate it.